Feet about hip distance apart. One hand on chest, one hand on lower belly. Let's close our eyes and let's start with some nice deep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Trying to send our breath into that lower belly, quieting the top hand. If you feel you have that breathing getting into the belly, take your top hand and place it on your low back. Trying to breathe belly and low back simultaneously. Lengthen, deepen, slow every breath. Add the side body if you feel you have belly and low back. And I want us to take an extra focus while we're doing this on the exhale. Think of really pushing all of the air out of your body. Let's relax our arms at our sides. Let's continue to try to breathe deeply, slowly, deeply. Let's close our eyes and let's go for our posture scan. Let's start thinking about the foundation, our feet, big toe, little toe, heel, firmly planted into your mat. From the feet, we draw our attention up through the ankles. Still slowing, deepening, lengthening the breath. And then we have shins, calves, up to the knees. Every time we get to our knees, we take that extra little pause and just reflect on, do your knees feel locked, hyperextended, really bent? We want them somewhere in the middle where they're soft, never locked. Draw your attention up through the quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes, and we place our hands on top of our hips. And we do this every single week, and it's just as a reminder, a comparison to where your body was the previous week. Do your hips feel equal, hiked, rotated? We're just here to notice if we feel any differences. Relax those arms at your sides, and let's skip all the way up to our shoulders. Let's lift them up to our ears, back and down. 2 more, up to the ears, back and down. Last one. And let's finish with crown of the head reaching up to the sky. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, turn palms, push down. 2 more big breaths. Palms up. Down 1 more time, inhale, palms up. And exhale, all the way down. We're going to go right away to use our wall. We're going to split our legs just so that we have a staggered stance. We're going to reach both arms out in front of the shoulders. So my inside arm is going to be my working or moving arm, and I'm going to keep it glued to the wall. I'm going to lift that inside arm up to the sky. Other arm is still reaching out in front of my shoulders. I'm going to watch my hand with my eyes, and my head's going to rotate with my arm as I draw, kind of like a rainbow. And then I lift my arm up and bring it forward. 2 more. Lift the arm up, keep the other arm in front of you, and I'm doing my best to keep my hips square here. A little bit hard. They can come, but we want to be conscious of them. And let's do 1 more. Lift that arm up, nice rotation. Arm up and all the way forward. And then step away from the wall. And just before we switch sides, notice a difference if you feel your shoulder a little bit differently than the other. Let's split the legs again. And then we bring that inside arm up. Follow it with your eyes. and then up, forward. A great rotation exercise for the shoulder and upper thoracic spine. That was 2, one more time. Arm goes up and back and up and forward. And 1 step away from the wall. We're gonna go for a couple roll downs and then we're gonna get to the floor pretty quickly today. Arms are just hanging at our sides. If you have osteoporosis, you're forward folding, no articulation. Big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the body forward. Bone by bone, one at a time. We hang at the bottom. Hang at the bottom if you can reach the floor. Even if not, I love the variation where we grab our elbows and help our body into a deeper flexion. It's a great inversion with the head dropping below the heart. Big breaths into the upper back. On that next exhale, let's let go of the elbows, bend the knees, push into the heels, and we rebuild the spine from the bottom to stack. And stand nice and tall. Let's do one last roll down. Inhale, arms come up this time. Exhale, chin to chest. Diving, rounding the body forward. Bone by bone. Hanging at the bottom, opposite elbow grab if that is available to you. It really helps to round that upper back. On that next exhale, let go of those elbows, bend the knees, push into the heels, rebuild, stack it to stand nice and tall. Let's come onto our back. Make sure you have that ball with you. We're going to place it under our tailbone right away. Under the tailbone right away. And we're going to find a fairly comfy position with that ball underneath us. And today we're going to start with stability and then move to mobility after with the movements. We're going to slowly lift one leg up into tabletop and then the other. Hopefully you feel some lower abdominals just holding the legs here. If this is much too easy for you, you're just going to push your knees away from you slightly. Maybe lift the bottom half of your arms or your whole arms. We're just going to hang here for a second. If it's too hard for you, keep the arms down, bring the knees a little closer to the chest. I want you to feel your abdominals having to stabilize in this position. Trying to not rock around. Keep those shoulder blades firmly planted regardless of your variation. And then we're going to set one foot down, bring it right back up. Other foot down, right back up. You can always do this variation with one foot staying on the floor instead of hovering in that tabletop position. We're just trying to get moving a little bit quicker. Keep the movement slow and controlled, but we're moving along with the exercise quicker. Add an arm opposite leg, center. Arm opposite leg, center. And let's go for a little bit of a simultaneous switch, which is very challenging if you're keeping legs in tabletop. Arms are moving, legs are moving the whole time. Couple more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down, one at a time. Now let's go for a little bit of movement. Think of flattening your back, and then think of going into a little bit of extension through that low back. Think of flattening the back, little bit of extension. Back and forth. Let's find center. Place your hands on top of your waist. We tilt from one side to the other. Back and forth. One side and then the other. Let's make it a circle. Relax those arms. flatten the back, tilt one direction, come through center, tilt to the other side. One more. Nice circle. Try to keep your knees and feet still and dissociating at the pelvis. Pause in the center, let's switch direction. Slow circle as big as you can, but maintaining that stability through the upper body, the feet, and moving the knees minimally. Let's find center. Let's lift our hips up, remove the ball, and articulate the spine to come all the way down. Slow and controlled. Let's go for 2 more articulated bridges. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, flatten the back. Peel the spine, bone by bone. One at a time. All the way up. Really pushing into your heels. Squeeze those glutes. Make sure the ribs are connected to the hips. They're not flaring open. On the next exhale, soften the rib cage. So you can come down bone by bone from the top of the spine all the way down. One last bridge. Exhale, flatten the back. Peel the spine, bone by bone. One at a time, slow, control. Pause at the top. All the way down, bone by bone. Let's bring our hands behind our head. Big breath in here. Keep the elbows very wide. As I exhale, I flatten my back and peel head, chest. Inhale, reach your hands towards those thighs. Pull behind the knees, higher. Inhale, keep the height. Hands behind the head and exhale all the way down. Chest lift, 4 more. Exhale, flattening the back, peeling the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, higher. Inhale, hands back behind the head, and exhale all the way down. 3 more. Breath in at the bottom. Exhale, peel the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, higher. Inhale, hands back behind the head, and exhale all the way down. 2 to go. Big breath in at the bottom. Exhale, flatten that back, peel head, chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, higher. Inhale, hands back behind the head. Exhale all the way down. Last one. Big breath in at the bottom. Exhale, flatten that back, peel the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, higher. Inhale, hands back behind the head, and exhale all the way down. Good. Let's grab our block. We're going to place the block under our tail. We need the ball at the same time. Block under the tail. So I've got that nice little lift. If you don't like this, if it puts a strain on your neck, your head, omit the ball. Or sorry, the block. Ball is going to go between my feet. Okay, so I'm in a diamond shape with my legs. Knees are out, feet are holding the ball. In this position, this may be enough for you, just hanging out here. It's tough, okay? Just holding the ball here. I feel inner thighs. I feel my abdominals because my legs are lifted. If I bring my knees in a bit, it's a bit easier. Now, keeping the shoulder blades anchored on the mat, back of the head, I'm going to inhale, reach my knees away, and then I'm going to exhale, back up. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, up. 3 to go. 2 more. Last one. Tiny little pause. We're going to reverse the breath. We're going to exhale, reach the legs away. Inhale up. 4 more. Inhale up. 3. 2. Last one. feet down, widen the feet, let the legs fall from one side, feel that stretch, and then the other. We have one little additional exercise here with the ball. I'm going to remove the block for this next one, set it aside. Ball goes between, I'm going to start with the easiest variation. Ball goes between the ankle or the shin and the calf. So I have my legs kind of crossed at the lower half of the leg. I'm going to reach my legs away, keeping my neutral. I'm going to bring them back towards me, knees close to my body, and I'm going to rotate. Ball comes between the other calf and the other shin. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, bring them back up and switch. Continue with this variation if this is where you're comfortable, or we extend the legs. If I extend my legs, as I reach down, I bend the top one, so the ball's under my foot, extend up to the sky, and then switch. Reaching down and away, bend the knee, and back up. For another 8. Switch. I've got neutral the whole time, so you can only extend and reach as low as you can maintain that solid center body. 6 to go. Down, reach away. Draw it up. 5. 4. 3. 2 more. Last time. Up and down. Whew. We're going to come into a side lying position. Side lying. I'm going to show you again from the bottom up to the top, easiest to hardest variation. On your forearm, easiest variation would be flat on my side. Okay, you can do a little combo of flat on the side with either knees or feet, or you can do on the forearm, knees or feet. Your choice. So from here, I'm going to move forward on my mat. I'm going to slowly rotate onto my glute instead of being on my hip, and I'm going to touch the ball, and then I'm going to come back forward, doing my best to keep the leg lifted off the mat. Under my body, abs pulled in. Rotate onto my glute, touch the ball, and back. That is an easy variation, easier. Straight legs is going to make it harder. And I'm going to try not to touch my legs down. I already feel oblique. I'm going to rotate onto my glute, touch the ball on the side for 10. Up, 9, up, 8. Try not to cave through the shoulder. 7, 6, and I'm trying not to go back all the way onto both glutes. 5, trying to stay more on the one side. 4, 3, 2, one more time. Up, and let's split the legs, sit up, overstretch. Let's go to the other side. It's a great shoulder stability, abdominal exercise. Obliques, lots going on. Coordination, nice straight legs or bent. Rotate up for 10. Now, I'm trying my best not to touch down. Makes it harder, 9. If I use my top hand, even harder. Or don't use my top hand, even harder. 7. 6, if I touch down, I help myself into that sideline position. 5 more. 4. 3 more. 2 more times. Last one. All the way up. And side. reach up and over. And let's come into a prone position. And we're going to do a single arm shoulder series. So I say single arm because I'm going to lay on my opposite hand. We're going to start with our arm down on our side, kind of in an A. All right, I'm going to lift my arm off the mat. I'm going to reach it out to the side in a T position, set it down. I'm going to lift it, bend it into a W, set it down. Lift it, extend it overhead into a Y, set it down. Lift, W, down, lift, T, down, lift, A, down. 2 more of those. Lift it, come all the way into that T position, down. Lift, bend it W, down. Lift, extend, down. Lift, W, down. Lift, T, down. Lift, A, down. One more time. Lift, T, down. Lift, W, down. Lift, Y, down. Lift, W, down. Lift, T, down. Lift, A, down. Let's push back for a little child's pose before moving to the other arm. So this is a great external shoulder rotation. Same thing, other side. We start in that, A position. Lift it out into a T, down. Lift it, W, down. Lift, Y, down. Lift, W, down. Lift, T, down. Lift, A, down. 2 more. Up, T, down. Up, W, down. Up, Y, down. Up, W, down. Up, T, down. Up, A, down. Last one. Up, T, down. Up, W, down. Up, Y, down. Up, W, down. Up, T, down. Up, A, down. Push back, nice little child's pose. Nice little stretch. Now we're going to go back to the wall and we're going to do it in a kneeling position. So that exercise we did standing, I want to do now kneeling near the wall. So I'm going to start with the outside leg. My outside leg is bent in front. Both my arms are reaching out in front of me. So it's the same movement we did before, but now I'm in a different position. We're going to go for 3. That inside arm reaches up behind me. I'm turning to look at it. Ugh. Other arm reaches out in front, up, bring it back forward. 2 more. Up, follow the arm with your head. Up, all the way forward. 1 more time. Up, rotation, rotation, rotation. Up, forward. Let's switch sides. Lots of core with that one as well. And both arms up. Let's go for the last one. Up, circle around. Watch that hand. Up and forward. If you're really stiff with this, this is a great exercise to practice on a daily basis. Simple, very effective. Up. 1 more time, especially if you play any sports with rotation. Up, all the way forward. Oh, that's a tough one. Let's come to standing. Feet about hip distance apart. We're gonna inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. I want you to grab your opposite wrist. I want you to pull it up, and we're gonna stretch over. We're gonna hang here for a second. I want us to all focus on our breath. Try to send it into your whole side body, into the ribs. Be very conscious of keeping everything in a nice alignment. I'm not arching my low back. My head's between my arms. And I'm slowing my breath. Let's come back up through the center. And then we're gonna relax the arms down for a second. Roll the shoulders. It's a lot on the shoulders to hold that position too. It's not just a lateral flexion exercise. We inhale, reach the other, both arms up, grab the other wrist up, and stretch over. You should feel side body stretch, ribs trying their best to open. Really pulling on that wrist, giving yourself that nice stretch. Let's come all the way back up, pushing the arms down. Roll the shoulders. Let's go for a few roll downs to finish. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the body forward, bone by bone. All the way down. Let's hang here. Opposite elbow grab. Relax the body. On your next exhale, let go of those elbows, bend those knees, push into the heels, rebuild to stack and stand. Nice and tall. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chin to chest, round the body forward. Bone by bone. All the way down. Hang at the bottom. Trying to feel that posterior chain stretch, expanding through the shoulders, the upper back. Trying to get deeper. Let go of those elbows. Bend those knees, push into the heels, bone by bone. Rebuild, stacking to stand all